Good fucking morning. I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm letting you rock it. Enjoy. Yuck. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and I hope you're doing fucking well. Happy day zone. Whatever. This shit is so gross. This weed is so sticky. It makes my bowl so disgusting so fast. I meant to do this before stream, but computers. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Cleaning your ears or bong? Bong. I don't stick Q-tips in my ears. Freaks me out, man. It only takes seeing one baby whose mom sneezed while trying to clean their ears to never stick a Q-tip in your ear again. Let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the classiest place on earth. I hope you're doing well. I did all I could for my computer. We just have to pray and hope. I really don't know what the fuck with the crashes and shit. God, this is so gross. Ugh. Imagine if that came out of my ears. Gross. Happy Faded Friday, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Gluten togs. Cheers. Cheers, queens. And fucking hold on. Logitestis resubbed for a very long time. I appreciate you. Thank you for... Why?
Thank you for 23 months. Hail Satan.
I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Your session got canceled because of snow. I'm not shocked, dude. Seriously, we couldn't even start our cars last week. Like, it's so fucking cold. Good morning, Owl. Have a good lurk. I've heard about the new ESO release, but I have no idea what it is. Like, I've just seen the devs talking about it. And I saw, I forgot my coffee. I saw what was it? Oh, it's like the figurine of some chick. I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but I've heard about it. They hadn't plowed my narrator's street by the time she had left, so she got canceled. Dude, I totally get that. We live literally across the street, like literally across the street from city lines. So we're technically Denver. Like I can put Denver on my address, but we don't get our streets plowed because we're across the street from proper city limits. So we get bullshit. It's so fucked. I know. I gotta go. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. I need it. 1 second. Got him. Hi, chair. My chair, you know what? She's been good. She's not the most comfortable chair in the world, honestly. Considering it's a Herman Miller, I kind of hate it. But I think it's made for people that sit normal and don't sit on their leg all day. Hmm. Coffee, man. Coffee. Good morning, Bobo. How are you? Oh, so yeah, my computer. So yesterday it crashed in the middle of stream, and so I did a bunch of driver genius, checked all the driver shit and everything, and then I got that weird error I tweeted this morning, like CRC error or something like that. So I just re-downloaded it all and restarted my computer. Honestly, the only thing I swear to God, it's got to be OBS doing something that causes it to crash because my computer has bar no issues unless I'm live. Like it's not just crashing randomly or my tabs crash, but that's fucking a Firefox issue. And I can't figure out what else would be wrong. Music Man, you know what I do? I've been subscribing to this thing. What is it called? Taste Made? Is that what it's called? Basically, it's a subscription service for coffee, but it's like $13 a month, and they send you whatever. I get 2 pounds a month because I drink a lot of coffee, but it's small business local roasters all over the US, and you just get fresh roasted coffee every month from a random roaster. You tell them what flavor you profile you like and everything, so you're not just getting like weird ones. I'm trying to think. Well, I've got a bag of it somewhere. Hold on, let me grab. Hold on. I want to figure out the name because I don't want to tell you the wrong one. Hold on. Called Trade, not Taste Made. Trade coffee. But it's got my address on one side. But it comes like this. It's just really nice because I drink so much coffee and I don't like the worst in the world. And I know a lot of you that drink coffee have had this. You wake up in the morning and there's no coffee in your kitchen. Like, what do you do? My first instinct in the morning is get the fucking coffee going. It's basically like the wine service, but it's like not alcohol. I know. But it comes like this. It's trade. And I mean, I literally, it's like $13 a month. And then I just get, this is my newest one. You just get fuck, it smells good. You just get a random, according to your flavor profile, whatever. So this one's heirloom blend, notes, strawberry, fig, brown sugar, origin, Central America, South Seas. Where are you from? Who are you? It's always from like some small roaster somewhere. I guess it's Common Voice is the roaster. I don't know, but yeah, coffee first. Like I can't, how do you even start a day without a hot beverage? I don't know. But this shit's, I mean, Trade Coffee, like, I don't have a sponsorship or anything. I think a bunch of people do, though. If you check YouTube and shit, there's sponsorships all over the place. But it's been very nice for me. Just like, I don't have to worry about it. I always have coffee. Coffee is just, I don't know like, it's just how I start the day. I brush my teeth, wash my face, fucking coffee. My little sister Sarah actually got one of those, like, ADHD chairs, allegedly. Where she loves it. I mean, she seriously has told me she loves it, but it's got all these moving parts so you can fold yourself up basically the way I need to fold myself up. ESO is going to introduce spell scribing, literally customizable spells skills. Hold on, spells skills, and the figurine is of a new Daedric prince called Ithalia, mistress of the untraveled road. Okay, so I saw a post by one of the I can't remember which dev it was, but they said they made a post where they're like, I'm really tired of people coming at me and saying it's a Daedric princess because she looks female. Like she presents as I mean, Daedric princes are Daedric princes. That's a title. It's not a gender. Daedric people don't have gender. I saw that post and I was like, oh man, someone's getting weird. So much better, even though it feels like someone beat me up. The fuck? Couldn't fall asleep because I was in so much pain. I managed to grab my arms behind my back and my left arm cracked. Oh, I love when something finally realigns. Oh my god, that is the best. It's like breathing for the first time. Question regarding what you've done to check your PC. Have you tried running the Windows Memory Diagnostics tool? Wondering if your issues are due to bad sector in one of your RAM sticks. No, I have not. A memory diagnostics tool. I'll write that down. No, I have not done that. No, I have this program that actually Glut told me about years ago, and I love it. It's actually been quite a game changer. But it's called Driver Genius. And essentially what it does is it goes through your PC and tells you essential updates you need, not the ones that Windows are just trying to push all the time, as opposed to just letting my PC decide when it wants to update. And it also has all these really nice tools to go through and like clean inactive drivers, does backups, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's really, really useful. I need a pen. Hold on. What is it? I need to look up Windows Memory Diagnostics. I'm gonna do that because that's a really good idea. I hope to God it's not a hardware issue, but you never know. We have a chair. I'm not kidding. I'll ask my sister. I keep meaning to ask her what it is, what one she got. But it's like it's got little footrests that rotate around the chair. So like you can actually like move, you can like reorganize the chair to sit on your knees or to sit cross-legged or whatever, but like in a good ergonomic way, like in a healthy position. And my sister literally is stuck at a desk all day. She's a lawyer, so it's good for her. Seriously, Music Man, check it out. Trade is pretty good. It's really inexpensive. And I mean, I think that's the point of the wine. I've seen the wine sellers one. It's like getting smaller roasters, smaller wine makers out there as opposed to just like buying Starbucks every day. I hate Starbucks coffee. I think it tastes like garbage. Good morning, Molly. How are you, love? Good morning, BDO. Thanks for the tip on sleeping with my hair up. My hair wasn't nearly as knotted as it normally is in the morning. I'm telling you, I have not slept with my hair down forever. I mean, I seriously, that's why I think my hair can grow so long. I mean, I don't think my hair has a finite point. Like, if you guys have been around for the past since I've been here, I used to have hair to my ass, and I was just experimenting. I was like, how long will it go? And it just keeps going. But I think it's because I'm constantly putting it in protective hairstyles, like getting it out of my face, so it doesn't break. You know, like your hair busts off. Oh my God. Speaking of hair, I know you guys have probably heard of Brad Mondo. He's amazing. He has his own hair color line at this point, but he makes really funny, I mean, they're great. These videos where he reacts to other people basically fucking their hair up. But he did one recently where it wasn't a fuck up, it was reacting to people removing their dreadlocks. And holy shit. I I never really, I mean, dreads, like, I've never really thought about it in terms of like the science of it, but you know, you lose around 800 hairs a day. Around 100 to 200 of them come off of your head. And if your hair is all locked up, it's not falling out. So these people were combing out their dreadlocks and they'd end up with like 12 pounds of dead hair that was dead. It wasn't cut off. Like it was dead, just living on their head. One girl had mold living inside of her dreadlocks. Like, I don't even I've told you guys about I had a patient one time, and I'm not anti dreadlocks by any means. Lots of people know how to take care of their locks really well. I had a patient one time, and I hate it, but of course it was stereotypical white hippie dude with disgusting white person dreads, but they were long, and they brought him into the ER or something, and then he came up to the ICU, and when he came up to the ICU, we get him, and his dreads are wrapped in a towel all the way down his body, and all I did was go this with the towel, and I heard. We shaved him. We fucking shaved him. No. Music Man, seriously, like the looser the bun, the better. It's honestly, it's a trick every night. It's like a balance. It's a dance between making it a loose enough bun that's not hurting my head, but also tight enough to stay in while I'm sleeping. Seriously, it took me 35 years to perfect the messy bun, man. It takes forever. It's something that's pre-installed in Windows. Windows 10, 11. I have 10. Okay, you should be able to find it in the search bar in Windows. Okay. I mean, I think I'm actually absolutely familiar with what it is. I just didn't even think to do it. Gotta get it every day. There's one. Deadhead Ed is a great example of someone who knows how to take care of their dreads. There's so many people I mean, especially with the advent of the internet, right, Luna? Like, there's so many wonderful people on YouTube and TikTok, etc., that teach you how to correctly take care of locks so they don't fucking mold. Mold? Like, how did you not smell it? I mean, I guess you're probably getting used to it because it's around your head, but I don't know how I would, like, that has to go to your scalp or something, right? Mold? I didn't know. I didn't know locks could mold. Like, actually, I mean, I should assume because they can have bugs, but hello, Starbucks is garbage. I don't like I mean, I'm not a pretentious, like, Seattleite who hates Starbucks. It really does taste like trash. I will never understand people that are gung ho for Starbucks. I think it tastes like garbage. It's burnt. It tastes burnt. That's it. It's like when you accidentally burn food and you're like, "Oh, it's not that bad," and you just keep cooking, and then, you know, you get a little further and you're like, "No, it's that bad. I did it." Oops. I got a little bowl. It's Faded Friday, motherfuckers. People put mayonnaise in their hair? Is that real? I don't even know anymore. No. See, Starbucks has everything else they have I really like. Like, if I want a milkshake or something, Starbucks. Hot cocoa, Starbucks. Like, they have other stuff. It's their coffee that's disgusting. And I've read like the science behind it, and it's I'm sure you guys are well aware of this, but the, you know, like, commercials and shit exist so weirdly subconsciously familiar with a name brand, and then when we go to the store, we think we're familiar with that brand because we've seen the ads so often. So essentially what Starbucks kinda did, I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they did overcook their beans. Their beans are extra roasted, they are darker than most, but what they're trying to do is get people used to the flavor so that they, like, if Starbucks, like, trademarks, for a lack of a better word, I don't know, I can't, not trademark, but, like, if their flavor is very particular, people will go back to that every time because they can't get it anywhere else, even though it's shit. It's very odd. Their chai I think Starbucks uses Oregon chai, if I'm not incorrect. Exactly, their teas. I like the teas they have in the summertime, like the green tea refreshers or whatever, those are delicious. White people dreads, they wait, they really did put mayonnaise in their hair. Okay, so I've heard of people putting mayonnaise in their hair, but I shit you not, the reason was to kill lice. What? Why? Does anyone have locks? Why would you put mayonnaise in your dreadlocks? Yuck. I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna load a bowl. Yuck. Uh, mayonnaise? Yeah, like mayonnaise is raw eggs and oil and vinegar. That seems so fucking gross. Oh, I hate mayonnaise. Like I despise mayonnaise on so many levels. And I mean, even what? No. Ew. Yeah, because I'm thinking like I actually did dreadlocks on a friend when we were in ninth grade or something like that. It was horrible. I had this friend, I'm shitting you not, her name's Kasara. Crazy. Ksarah. Weird. Uh, but she had black, thick Mexican hair to here. Like, if you are Mexican, you know what I'm talking about. When I say you couldn't see her scalp, that's the density of this woman's hair. It was insane and it was so long. And me being me, I've always been this person. Even as at a young age, you say like, "Hey, have you ever done this before?" No. Would you like to try? Yep. And I told her I would do it, and she sat in a chair in my basement in front of a TV for like 12 hours, and I only got a quarter of her head done. It was insane, but like, from what I remember, because we got a book on how to do it, we were doing it correctly, you wanna put wax in there because it causes friction and makes the hairs bind and actually lock. Mayonnaise would be slippy and just I mean, at the end of the day, it's fucking disgusting and, inhygienic, but, like, I'm sorry I'm so paused on that. That is so gross. Egg is good, but you wanna wash it out. Yeah, a lot of people will make, like, a hair mask with egg whites and avocado or something like that because it's got a lot of proteins and stuff in it, but you wash it out. You don't lock it into a little trap. Oh, never underestimate the people. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke some pot about that. Cheers. Viata. So, I watched a Brad Mondo video recently that was people taking their dreadlocks out, and you know how we, like, lose hair 24/7 constantly. These people, after combing their dreads out, had, like, 12 plus pounds of dead oh my god, my browser's blinking. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. 12 pounds of dead hair that would come off of them because you know how you, like, lose hundreds of hair a day? Well, they would just get trapped in their dreadlocks, and, McTaggart said, "No shit, some people will literally use mayonnaise to lock their dreads." What the fuck? Well, see, Viata, that's exactly where I started. Like, I know you've heard my story, but the patient I had when we, like, went to open the towel that was binding their dreads, and we heard from bugs. We heard them, and of course, it was some skinny fucking white dude. Like, I can honestly say I have never had a person of color with disgusting dreads, like, ever. But dude, these fucking I don't why? What we did, we shaved the fuck out of them. Fox, it was I mean, you didn't see anything. But in no way, shape, or form should you hear bugs. You shouldn't hear them. You shouldn't hear them. I don't know how else to say that. Yeah, no, it was a hazmat situation. Like, it was I mean, man, I've seen some people, but, like, I just don't know how you exist. Like, you have to know that's happening, right? You have to know there's bugs on your head. If I can fucking hear them, you know? No, but I was saying, Viana, when I was in high school, I had a girlfriend who wanted me to do dreads on her, and she had long, thick Mexican hair, like black, thick, like you couldn't see her scalp. You know, when you part the hair, like it was so dense. Her hair was so fucking dense. That's how thick it was, and it was like to here. And I told her I would dreadlock it. I did, but holy shit, would I never do that again in my life ever? Like, don't ever ask me to like, no. This was like 20 years ago, and I still remember it so viscerally. It was so bad. It just took so fucking long. It was mind numbing. Did you shave them right into the trash bag? We actually shaved them into like a hazmat bag, like, you know, the bags that we put organs in, or like blood or bloody stuff that we're gonna throw. It's stuff that goes to an incinerator. We incinerated them. Yeah. Oh yeah. We literally left the towel bundled around him and just went across his head and shaved him off. He was knocked out. Like, I actually think he had jumped out of a window or something on drugs, so he was like out of it. But yeah, we do that. It's really unfortunate. And I mean, I don't want to ever like deter any of you from going to the ER if you need help. But if you've got facial hair or any kind of hair that gets in the way of us taking care of you, we're going to shave it off and not ask. The amount of men that I have shaved big, beautiful beards off of because I can't get a BiPAP on them, it hurts. I don't like to do it. But like, biohazard, thank you. Yes, we shaved him right into a biohazard bag, tied that shit up, and that went to the incinerator. Yeah, that was. Nope. How don't you feel them? That's what I'm saying. How do you not feel? Oh my god. Discord's being a Oh, it's gonna open? Hold on. Hold up. Oh, bitch. Dude, yes. All the diesel strains? Diesel strains are so good, though, really. Aloha, reasonable. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Incinerator bags are no joke, and that's literally where we put that shit. It just, there was nowhere else to do it. Maybe he was fleeing the bugs in his hair. Jesus fucking Christ. I had ants in my hair and I showered often. Sometimes you don't know, but I can hear them. Well, I mean, you probably had ants don't live on people. I bet you had ants in your house. I've had ant infestations. Ants suck. Oh my god, this is probably one of the weirdest stories. Because it's one of the weirdest things I probably have personally ever done that I did so well. But when I was living in an apartment when I was in college, there was a window, like one of our window frames. It had, you know, bowed away from the caulking or whatever that sealed it to the window frame just enough for those microscopic little piss ants to get in. You know, the ones that if you squish them, they smell like piss. They're so small and they're like red brown. And I could see a trail of them like coming out my window frame and like down to the floor to get into my house. And this was college, poor, I didn't know fuck from fuck. I literally went and got a pack of gum out of my purse and sat there and individually chewed each piece, and then I would sit there and I caulked the entire window with gum, and it looked amazing. And I not just saying that, I remember showing my boyfriend at the time, I was like, "Look at that. Does that look like that's gum?" Because I totally did that with gum. I caulked the whole thing. Just sitting there like smooth. It was disgusting. It's still probably there to this day. But I didn't know what else to do to get the ants out. Fuck. The things we do, man. Our darling charismatic dropped a video reacting to 9-inch nails. Oh, bitch, I'm letting that load for a minute. Hair always grows back, and this is the thing, like, I mean, I just watched this video by Brad Mondo where they, like, took dreadlocks out of people's hair. I've never seen someone have dreadlocks taken out and have long hair left over. Ever. Like, when they comb all that shit out, because it's so heavy, it rips the hairs as they grow, and especially if it gets wet, like I've talked about this, wet hair stretches, and then as it dries, it starts to compress again, and it'll just tear. So every single person, once they brush all those, even if their dreads are down to their ankles, their hair is only like this long. So really the grow out's not that bad. of real, like, live hair. No, that's fucking perfect. Viata, that happened. Those are when the stars align. A mix in my hair is like a good blend of both my white mom's hair and my black dad's. I don't, wait, even I don't think my hair would be good to try in dreadlock. I feel like dreadlocking, I feel like if you have the hair for it, I'm gonna get that little fruit fly one of these days. I feel like if you have the hair for dreadlocking, you probably know it because I think hair that like locks well locks on its own, right? Wasn't that kind of where dreadlocks came from? Is you would just start to swirl your curls and they would just start to lock. It's like a very particular texture that makes it, conducive to your hairstyle. And also, then the dreads don't destroy your hair. Honestly, I think my hair would dread really well, but I ain't about to go do that white girl shit. No. Nope. But my hair does. It dreads on its own. It's so bad. The hurt egg slut? Okay, maybe, Luna. Does it have to do with being obsessed with bald guys? Or, like, is it a bald thing? Even the most incompetent ride operators at the theme park showed immense respect to the yellow sacks of death. I mean, come the fuck on. Come the fuck on! The gum wall. Seriously, it was white gum. It looked perfect. I mean, what else was I didn't know what else to do. I don't know. Oh, asleep on the couch behind my desk. Napping. Who are you to tell ants they can't live on humans? I ain't about it. I don't want bugs crawling on me. I love my bugs, but I don't want them crawling on me. I ain't into that. What up, young? I hope you're doing well, honeybean. My hair is conductive to me shaving my head. Whose isn't? Ed? Kendo, how could Ed get worse? I hate that I know who this person is. I really do. What the fuck? No. I hate that I know who this person is. I don't know why I know who this person is. I've never even seen that fucking show. Has anyone seen fucking 90 Day Fiance? Oh, and then there's the ovipositors. Yep, there's those ones. There's like dildos out there that'll lay an egg inside you or whatever. Praying to talk real for a job, dude. Nick, same. Cheers to that. Seriously, you deserve to have mental stability. Yeah, it's an absolute trash heap of a show, this 90 Day Fiance. I only know about it because of this person. This one man who was on the show just became infamous. And at this point, I think it's just really played up because he's making money off it. Like he can't be this bad of a human. I just don't understand how. But the fact that he puts mayonnaise in his hair, it's just like, how did you get worse? Ooh, a real pro tip from Fox. Fuck yes, who is actually a hair professional. Detangling dreads is best done under a cooler room temp or with cold water. Think of your hair like a pine cone because microscopically it kind of looks like one. Yeah, the follicle, because microscopically it kind of looks like one. It unfurls with heat, which is what causes hair to stick to other hair and tangle. Cold temperatures and water won't fix all your detangling problems, but it helps. Interesting. I've been washing my hair in cold water for like 15 years just because that's the only way to keep color in your hair. I wonder if that has to do with how long how healthy my hair is. But my hair, I mean, for how much I abuse my skull, this is fucking pretty good. Like, it's fried, but you know, I bleached it myself. Let's be real. Like, it shouldn't be this hardy. Weave, me neither. I haven't had a haircut since my birthday last year. Which is this grow. It's actually kind of cool because I know exactly when I got my hair done. It was like March 2nd last year. So when March 2nd hits, I'll be able to measure it and be like, this is exactly how much my hair grows in 1 year. Which is, I mean, at Fox, is that pretty average for a year? Whatever that is. What is that? Like 3, 4 inches? I think that's like average for a year of a person's hair growth, right? Egg Slut is a restaurant chain and an egg fetish. Wait, it's actually a restaurant chain? Oh. Might hold on before you. Okay. So that's a corner of the world that exists. reservoir tip used. Dude, Mishy, actually, I had no idea. I don't think I've ever seen the Bravo channel in my life. I don't think so. You're not supposed to jizz and then apply the condom. No. 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 Yeah. Should we have a community scream? That guy I mean, he's been on the show and he's had so many fiancés at this point. Like, the first clips I ever saw of him, his first fiancé, it was like a mail order bride. She was a mail order bride, no joke. And his first gift to her was like some toothpaste and a toothbrush because he kept telling her breath was the worst thing in the entire world. It was fucking wild. I'm sure you guys remember that. Like, that was the first time I was introduced to that fucker. I know. What's your plans for tonight? Not much. Maybe have a glass of wine, put some mayo in my hair, kick my feet up, look like a used condom. It's whatever. It's a normal Wednesday. Jizz, apply directly to the condom. Was that one Rose? That was the first fiance. He was, I mean, he wasn't even famous yet. This is what I mean when I say he's a piece of shit human being. He's just a mean person. This was like when he was brand new on the show, was not famous yet. Like, there wasn't production writing. He was just going off the top of his head. He's actually just cruel. He's just mean. Yeah. Actually, we've been gifted brain bleach already today. Um, bless might in their mighty mightness. And also bless the charismatic voice. But this is like, I mean, can we think of best song? Cheers to Nine Inch Nails. Dog hair. A great big apology. Only in my dreams. It's just great. Same queens. I need to poke my bowl. Like that song, Reptile, Heresy, and they just hit so hard. Heresy, for one. Heresy really, like, I know I was a little, like, recovering Catholic, angry little goth teenager or whatever, but Heresy still to this day really hits. If you listen to the lyrics, they're pretty valid. Oh, well, yeah. Which is, you know what's interesting? Is that there's so much metal that I listen to that, like, is very liberal and people hate it, but people actually use metal to bait kids into their weird racist, like, KKK groups. I watched, like, a documentary on how they actually, like, they'll throw, like, a metal concert on St. Patrick's Day and claim it's European Pride Day, and really it's a whole bunch of fucking racist fucks that are just trying to groom young children who like metal into being racist, into, like, being part of their weird club. It's fucking gross, and ugh. Need I say more? Need I say more? It's disgusting. Dude, Starfucker's Perfect Drug. Perfect Drug hit weird. Perfect Drug was great. I mean, that's such a good song. Okay, so yeah, we were given um the the charismatic voice. That's the actual channel. I credit where credit's due, right? That's the channel we're about to watch. Please go follow her. She Man, what a just glowing. I mean, we watch her cry at some shit, and it's just like, it's so fun to watch someone react to music the way I feel like we do, like viscerally, you know? Like we feel the reason we listen to the music we listen to is because it's a lot of it's really emotional, like Nine Inch Nails and shit like that. We feel what they feel. Like it translates what like I at least for me, I know a lot of the time in my youth especially, I had no fucking words for how I felt. I couldn't put words to how I felt. I didn't have the language. I didn't even know the word anxiety. No one had taught me that word before. Like I didn't have any words. And when listening to a lot of things like Nine Inch Nails and Tool, it was like someone out there got it and it was like a message, almost like a secret message to us. Like, I get it. I see you and I understand. It's so corny to talk about, but it really did. I remember finding a lot of refuge in Nine Inch Nails. I remember I mean, seriously, the first time I ever heard a Nine Inch Nails song, I could tell you where I was, what I was wearing, like, my head just turned on. I feel like a light went on in my brain for the first time in my entire life. I was, like, in middle school, I think. The first time I ever heard that, I'm trying to remember which one it was. Not Into the Void, but I think it's on that album. I always forget the name of it. That's the one thing I can never remember, because when I asked what it was, no one knew. I was introduced to Nine Inch Nails by my dad. We used to ride around in his 5.0 convertible Mustang just blasting it. Dude, I'm so jealous, man. I wish my parents and I had anything in common. I don't know why we don't. Like, rightfully so, being raised by country fans, I should be like a country girl, and I'm just so not at all. I don't hate country. I definitely listen to some ish country these days. But I'm jealous of people that just like inherently had shit in common with their parents, or their parents had shit in common with them, however way you put it. I'm very jelly of you. I think it's this one. It's slipping away. This is the first Nine Inch Nails song I ever heard in my entire life, and this crunchy ass beat tickled my genitals in the weirdest way, and it still does. Like, of all of the Nine Inch Nails songs, of the whole discography that had been released, of all the Halos by the time I was in middle school, this one, or high school, I think, early high school, I mix it up. I was just talking about that, Rod. Perfect Drug's one of my favorites. That song's beautiful. Like, the first part of the song's really poppy, but you know the part when he starts singing really softly and says, "Take me"? It's like, "Take me if you want," something like that. Oh my god, it gives me chills every single time. I got chills just thinking about it. But this one, man, I've chills to the song. This is the first Nine Inch Nails song. I hadn't even heard Closer before. I'd never heard that one. Like when people were like, "Do you know the I Wanna Fuck You Like an Animal song?" I was like, "The what? You mean Closer?" It still is so good to me. Oh, Fiona, that makes my heart so happy. It really does. Oh yeah, all that like if you I know it's really loud, but if you listen to all the tracks that are building, he's adding every single like I think it's like every 4 bars, he adds another track. This formed me. I don't know. Weird, right? It's that steady beat is like soothing a little. I was sitting on my friend Joby's couch. His wiener dog was under the couch, and this came on, and my brain went, "What?" It's just great. But I think Rod's right. The build just gets me, man. What up, Kinger? How are you, love? Dude, Kinger, check it. It's like it's my day. Always. But that's why. Yeah, I'm giving her a few to buffer because her videos are pretty long. Yeah, it's 27 minutes. And I don't want my computer to crash. But I figure we'll take a break. So we're just doing a little memory road. Everybody's talking about their first Nine Inch Nails experience or like their albums and shit, and I love it. I love that I'm not the only person that just had such a visceral response to this. Because if I playing this for my parents, they'd probably be like, "Is this the sound of connecting to the internet?" Oh, I did. Yeah, as much as I could. See how the resin's like coming down right there? It's like I have to suck it through. I'm gonna burn that fucker. I'm gonna burn that through. Evening skew. I hope you're doing well, honeybean. My local bank had an advert saying they provide mortgages with no interest, so I went in and said, I'd like a mortgage. The teller replied, yeah, I don't really care. Oh, literally, I don't even care. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Actually, yes, I can absolutely, and it's not a name. It's not a brand that you might be familiar with it. It's an older brand. Um, where is my chapstick? My mouth is cracking. I got it. Thought I saw one of my fucking tarantulas move. Ooh, spoiler for charismatic voice video. She not only loves it. Oh, we can still love her. We're still married. Okay, thank you. I need that kind of affirmation in my life. It was like watching her watch the Foo Fighters. Like no shit. One of her more recent videos, the charismatic voice. She reacted to Everlong and the nervousness. Like she has great taste. She knows music. So at this point, I shouldn't be nervous. But like, if she doesn't like Nine Inch Nails, I don't know what I would do. So thank you. I needed that. But despite being told over and over that Trent's voice is nothing to write home about, she loves it.
Who do we have to kill? Because, I'm not averse to a little righteous. What the fuck?
Dude, Revoltcon, do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch? Nine Inch Nails was on there. He lost, which made me mad, but he existed. He was on there at least. My first experience with Nine Inch Nails was when I was working construction and didn't pay attention to where I was stepping. Why were they 9 inches? Kinger, it's called Magewell. I was trying to think of it. That's what it is, absolutely. Magewell. No shit. I've gone through the ringer. I've had internal and external Avermedias and Elgatos. They don't fuck. This Magewell shit fucks. Zach has pure Magewell as well. Like we've crossed over. It's great. And they're relatively inexpensive. Like they're not, Elgato prices. But I had never heard of them before, but I guess Magewell's been around for ages, according to chat. They've told me. Spooters are good. Cold, sad, but they're there. Actually, like if it wasn't Faded Friday, I need to do a feeding really badly. Like the spiders are hungry and I have some gigantic worms, but it's Faded Friday and we normally like watch music videos and get super fucking high on Faded Fridays. And we have a series we're watching today that Glut has suggested to us. But yeah, I have some giant fucking hornworms that need to go. They need to fucking go. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Like, do you guys remember a week ago I bought these hornworms? Where did I put them? Do you want to see how big they are? It's sick. We could, I mean, if I clipped it, when I bought them, they were like this long. They looked like inchworms. Inchworms. They're fucking sick. This is the size where if they bite you, it hurts. This is why I have no problem feeding these away. Yeah, they're cute. They're pretty. They turn into pretty moths. They bite hard. So, if you want to see some tarantulas get fucking excited, this is the best feeding possible, in my opinion. Cockroaches suck. Cockroaches either freeze up or they run away and dig, and then the tarantula never gets them. These guys, they are just prey. They're great, and it's just they give a good feed. Sometimes we have really bad days where just nobody gets their food because cockroaches suck. These though, they don't go anywhere. They're just like big, disgusting gummy worms. Yeah, Kinger, they're decent. Definitely. Definitely check out the Mage Wells. I'm trying to think what I don't know what mine like what I don't know what model mine is. It just says Mage Well, but I've had it for a bit. Luna, so I very much imbibed in a lot of Manson until a couple years ago when he was discovered to be a lifelong sexual assaulter, raper, creeper, piece of shit. In which case, I no longer listen to Marilyn Manson because he makes me feel like garbage. You know, to each their own. Some people can separate art and artist. I can't. Until they die for some reason, then I'm okay with it. But yeah, that sucked. A crazy animation yesterday. Ooh, hold on. Let me pull. Let me pull. Let me pull. Ooh, what's the link? Oh, that's it. Yep. Wait, that's not mine because mine is not $359. I don't live that life. Mine was like maybe mid hundreds, maybe. That seems steep. There's got to be other Mage Wells out there, right? Other Mage Well capture cards because that I don't like. There's no way. I know I didn't buy that because I can't afford that. There's got to be more. I would hope. I'm just saying, like, holy shit. I mean, if it sucks my dick, like, sure. It's probably phenomenal, but damn. Right, Luna? It's very sad. There's a lot of musical artists from my past that have been, I mean, they've just always been essayers and it's like come to light. I don't know, honestly, what's going on with the Marilyn Manson thing. So the reason that people are now aware of him being an essayer, fortunately, I guess none of us want to like support someone like that, I'm sure, is that he dated Evan Rachel Wood for a while, if you're unaware, who's a great actress, and she charged him or whatever. She's putting the allegations against him. I don't know what's happening, but she is doing court things because he like I mean, there's a documentary you can watch it on Prime. I'm not even going to go there. It is actually triggering shit. It's fucked. We're not going to go there. It's Faded Friday. We're having a good day. I think it's still ongoing, but I'm not 100%. And then, like in the documentary, a lot of his ex girlfriends come forward and talk about similar situations. Like, I mean, one of the tamest things, and I say that with major asterisk on it, is locking his assistant in a closet with him and keeping her awake for over 36 hours manically without bathroom breaks or food or water. His assistant, not girlfriend. Like, that's what he did to his female assistant. That's the one of the tamest things in the it's so just not he's not an okay person. Yep, Rose McGowan's been very vocal about him, and then he's had other girlfriends that aren't famous, so of course their voices aren't heard, unfortunately. This song fucking slaps too. Okay, let's take a quick break. I'm just gonna let this run because this song's amazing. And then when we come back, we'll start that. Yeah, it's gotta be fine now. It's gotta be buffered enough. I've seen Manson live too. I saw him live, but many years ago, and I didn't. It was at Mayhem Fest. He was one of the headliners, and I mean, I was a fan, big fan. I loved Coma White. Coma White's one of my favorite songs. Was. Um, we left like 2 songs in, like our group. We all looked at each other and we're like, we could probably get out of the parking lot really easily if we just left right now. Because he didn't even have a band. He literally walked to the front of the stage. There was a spotlight and fog, and he just mumbled into a microphone for 2 songs straight. And one of those songs was Dope Show. And we were like, if this is the show, like, and the previous people that were on stage was like Rob Zombie and someone else. I can't remember who the other person was. Might have been Korn. But like, I remember the Rob Zombie show. It was like, I don't know how to, you know how back in the 90s they would have bars with people like hitting drums that had black paint on it, like black light paint, and it would splatter on everybody and everybody would look all black light glowy. That's what they did. Like their whole set was built like this, so everything was exploding black light paint on the crowd and on them and everything. And it was Rob Zombie. And then Marilyn Manson came out and was like, you know, it was fucking, I don't know what was going on there. So we just left. So boring. Very big letdown. It just makes me, I mean, I'm glad that someone like Evan Rachel Wood, who has a voice and is famous enough. Unfortunately, like it's sad that you have to be super famous to be heard, but they're famous enough and brave enough to come forward and be like, look at all these other people it's happening to that you didn't listen to just because they're not famous, you pieces of shit. Like he's a piece of shit. Stop ignoring us. Sad that that has to happen, but I'm proud of her for doing that. She's talked all about how it's destroyed career opportunities of hers, which I'm sure it has because we all know how fucking what is even a word? The cesspool of the acting music industry, whatever, and how parasitic it is. It's nice that someone talks out against it. I know. I mean, that's the crazy thing. It's it's so gross. I don't know what state she's doing it all in. You should I think the documentary is called like Rising Phoenix. It's a 2-part documentary that she made on Prime. And it's very factual. It's just her talking about her experience and then interviewing other people that had their experiences and then talking about the court cases thus far. Yeah, like they're going after the statute of limitations law. That's literally, Misha, you pulled it out of my head. That's literally what I was going to talk about. I don't know what state they're claiming all this in, but a lot of the cases are past that stupid, like, oh, if someone sexually assaulted you more than 5 years ago, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know how else to put it, but that's like, that's the gist. And they're trying, is it California? Yeah, and they're trying to get the fuck rid of that. Because it's not that these people didn't come forward, it's just that they weren't taken seriously. The tests, like, I mean, I'm not kidding you. Some of these girls went and got rape tests, and these rape tests were never tested and actually thrown away or lost or something. Like, it's just, it goes so much bigger into just the issues around trying to get some sort of justice for being sexually assaulted in any way, shape, or form for any human. It's a good documentary. It's very informative, and it's, I mean, crazy. I mean, it's ugly. It's weird to say good documentary, you know what I mean, though? It's so informative and so well put, and, like, Evan Rachel Wood's very eloquent with everything. She's not, you know, the she's not trying to make it theatrical to, like she's not using these poor women's fucking horrible experience to make money. She's Evan Rachel Wood, shouldn't need to. You know? Always telling when they pull that "you can't punish me for that now" card rather than denying it happened, right? I mean, holy shit, though. Like, can they not hear themselves? Yeah, I've never heard a good thing about Axl Rose, to be honest. Ever. I've never heard a positive word in my life. Power, money corrupts always, yeah. I think you're right. I think it's that plus people who are in like, I don't know. I feel like there's some of us, and I think myself included, where I just would never stay rich because I couldn't stand to see all the sad around me. I'd give away all my money. So I guess I wouldn't be a rich person that wasn't corrupt. I'd just give my money away and not be rich anymore. Like there's got to be something in you that's okay with going forth, and I don't know the verbiage for it, but you know what I mean? Something in you that's maybe already a little broken. And I don't know. It's like egg and chicken, right? I really don't know, but I think it's both. What's late? What do you mean? Yeah, getting overdue justice for SA survivors. Yep, exactly. Power and money corrupts, and then they lose sight of how the rest of us live. 100%. And it's like, I don't know how you can just walk the streets blindly and not see how the rest of the world is existing. But again, I'm one of those people who's just hyper aware of my surroundings at all times, and I'm constantly trying to like get a read on people for some reason. So I'm very observant, not in a like judgy way. I'm just like observant, I guess. And I feel like some people just have this like blinders, horse blinders, you know? I mean, you're no 100% heritable, 100%. You are not wrong on that one. Jesus Christ. Too right, actually. Did I say not right? I said meant not wrong. Too right. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Very, very late on stage. Oh, really? The ultra rich don't walk the streets much. They can live in a bubble if they choose to. I've almost wondered that. Like, do they just surround themselves with other people who are also corruptly rich, richly corrupted, either way? And therefore, it's like an echo chamber. Like if everyone around you doesn't know the cost of a carrot at the grocery store, then it's normal to not know the cost of a carrot at the grocery store to you because you've like created your like echo chamber of shit. Oh my god, Vex, dude, I grabbed it. I don't know how long your lunch is. I have to pee. We're gonna take a quick break, but no shit. Right. Okay, let's watch it. We're on a time constraint. Not really, but yeah. I want y'all to be able to see it. Brr, fuck, brr, fuck, brr, fuck, brr. I love this song. That song's called Metal. Not the metal, but metal. Really good. Brr, come here, little space heater. Mama's legs. Oh my god. Brr. This sweater's actually really warm. It's wool. I think it's wool, but my fucking legs. Holy crap. Oklahoma. Wow. Same. Same. Yeah, I don't even really the snow makes everything beautiful. It's when it snows one time a shit ton and then it just gets like destroyed and never goes away. It's that brown, old, cold, disgusting snow that may or may not have a condom or a hypodermic needle. Not my favorite. And it's just cold. Oh my god. My legs. I'm sorry. I can't feel my feet. Winter. All right. Let's fucking. What have you done? Steam is not giving me updates on. It's not doing anything when someone gives me something. So I got nothing. I'll restart Steam. It's been fucking a bitch for so long, Liza. I don't know why. Like it never tells me if I have a gift. Sometimes I'll get an email and there's still nothing at all. It's so annoying. So I have to like force close it. Like nowhere. Like I go to the little bell drop down inventory. They show up eventually. It's just they take forever for some reason. It's really weird. What have you done? I know. Well, I had Steam on it. It should have popped up, but Steam's being a bit special, Katie. It's very special to me when she does something like Nine Inch Nails because that's music I've listened to and dissected inside my brain for 20 plus years, like and she calls out all the special things that I deeply, deeply love about the song. Like all of them. Unprompted. And it just makes my heart feel so fucking warm. I know. I mean, it's not like I don't think she's going to, but it's someone was saying, it's like Dawn was saying, yeah, it's been great over the years seeing her go from, I don't know anything about metal, but sure, let's give this a listen, to being a total metal fan, just going into the appreciation of it. And I feel like that would happen for a lot of people if they didn't have kind of their hook, their hang-ups about, like, I don't like any of that genre. This is the only genre I listen to. Like, why would you ever turn down a chance to love something? Like, that was her same. I mean, she cried when she listened to Foo Fighters Everlong, which, I mean, can you imagine? And of course, she watched the live performance, which if you haven't, I mean, the live performance, where is it? That one performance. I just know it by like what the thumbnail looks like. But it's one of the most epic live performances of Everlong ever in the entire world, and that's what she reacts to. And she gets super fucking emotional because he kinda, like he fucks with the song when he plays it live and makes it a lot more emotional and instills more passion into different parts of it. It's just hot magic. And, though that's I'm sure a lot of us here have listened to Everlong over and 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 over because it's one of the best songs ever. And seeing someone that we already love just like fall into it the way that we did the first time we ever heard it 50 years ago is so, I don't know, it like fills my soul. Seeing someone get joy out of it like that, I guess. Maybe that's it. Is it Wimbledon? He is. He really does. I mean, I've never gotten to see Foo Fighters live, sadly. I would love to someday. Every time they come around wherever I live, it's just like astronomically expensive. Rightfully so. They put on an amazing show and he deserves to make the money. But Jesus Christ, is it really, really, really hard to get? It's really hard to go, unfortunately. No shit, she'd never heard Foo Fighters. Everlong's one of those songs that I think a lot of people would probably enjoy if they'd never heard Everlong. If they'd never heard Foo Fighters before and Everlong was like their first dose into it. Especially, I don't know, probably is, I love live music. I mean, if a band can play live, it's just like so many more life points. I mean, right? That it's not an easy song by any means. Oh, dude, Robo just pulled it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to load fast. If you don't know the one we're talking about. Yeah. Yep. We've watched her reaction to it. Please follow the charismatic voice. Go watch all of her reactions. They're incredible. Nothing to be sniffed at. I hope people get help if they can. Very, very sad. Very sad. I would have killed to see Foo Fighters one day. I know. Rest in peace, good sir. What a fucking sad, young, sad loss. Um, that song gets me, man. I don't know what it is. Viata, I have to say, I too would stab someone if they tried to do injustice to Dave Grohl. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I thought we were at the hospital and this was a needle. My bad. How dare you? You know? I wouldn't be cool with it at all. There are some people that you just don't touch. And stream itch, I mean, but what do you mean? What do you mean? Today, nothing terrible has happened. I ran a bunch of like driver genius shit this morning and it seems okay thus far. We shall see. I have 3 things lined up that I was loading, and then we have literally it's a series, an online YouTube series that Glut told me about and said super fucking funny, and I said we'd watch Day for Faded Friday, and I thought that'd be fun. And, with interludes of other shit. Oh, Steam! I force closed it. Thank you for reminding me. Let me open. Oh, it had an update, I guess? No silence. We can't do this. Not today, motherfucker. Not today. It's just weird to me that I'm not getting a pop-up. Oh, it shows your gift, though, in the bell drop-down. Oh, shut the fuck up. Eliza just bought me Pal World. Welp, guess we're Pokemoning, my dudes. I'm actually really excited. I've been watching people play it, and it looks fucking precious. Thank you. You kind motherfucker! I appreciate you. I hate that it doesn't pop me up, though. Literally, if y'all ever are kind of, like, feeling a weird tickle to give me a game, just let me know so I can go dig for it, because I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Steam's being a fucking cock-ass. I've heard it's very fun. Yeah, I've heard it's super cute and super fun, so I'm gonna write down and make myself a mental note to fucking download it. Yeah, it's like Pokemon and automatic weapons. I don't know. It seems like absolute adorable chaos. Like, we tried out that game for a Faded Friday a couple weeks ago, Slime Rancher. It seems similar to that, like, cute, but also they're disposable, so, like, don't get too, and there's building, which, of course, Eliza and I get maybe a little too I wouldn't say too into it, but, like, our house will not be disorganized. We gonna do some palling around? Thank you, Eliza, you kind fuck. Hold on, Pal it's just Pal World. I don't wanna download it real life so it doesn't fuck with YouTube, 'cause, internet. Which one was it? I have Cautious Clay, and I have Frosty the Snowman. I don't know what that curse is. I've got a couple links over here that are, that I was buffering. Is that one of them? If we ever finish a house is never finished. Are you kidding? I have it? Okay, good, 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 good. Just making sure. Caution, look at this, we're playing, Pal World. Okay, I will. Is that about their, like, terms of services, whatever, streaming it with something, something? There's some people were weird about it yesterday, like, saying there's some weirdness with it, but I don't know. I don't understand, like, if it's definite weirdness or not, or if it's just, like, people being overtly cautious of some weird wording to make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal. I don't know, so I'll do some reading on it, whether or not I'm gonna stream it. Pal around and eat tacos? Fucking A. Stream just changed the notifications under the bell. See, I have to like task manager close Steam and reopen it for that bell drop down to update to show me I have a gift though. Like it will never just pop up if I have Steam open anymore and I don't know why. I don't know. I'll get an email sometimes and it's not there and I just always have to kind of force restart it. Oh, Sronlin. It's about how free you are to do strange shit in the game. I made a joke about this yesterday. Is it real? Like, I made a joke. Like, oh, ha ha ha. Is it because people made it weird? Did people make it weird? Is there a way to have a server where we don't have to be exposed to weird if I streamed it? People make everything weird, exactly. Like with things like I just blanked on the name of it. The block game. Oh my god, Katie, whatever. People could build like penis rockets and shit like that. Like we just made our own servers, so then we weren't exposed to it. I know, asking humans, did people make it weird? Of course they did. Exactly, Viata, that's exactly. I've seen so many people comment, like, talking about it, but I don't know enough to comment on it, so I'm just kind of gonna be, you know, ESO penis Minecraft, thank you, that's exactly what my brain was trying to come up with. Minecraft, people could build literally anything. There's weird all over the place, unfortunately. You can literally enslave and butcher people. You don't have to, of course. Okay, is that weird, though? What if it's consensual butchering? I can't make it funny, it's just weird, right? You can just like non-consensually enslave other players in the game and then butcher them and eat them. Yeah, I've got the link buffering right now. Let's watch. We've got two other ones, and then we're gonna watch Hell of a Boss is the series, by the way, that I have not seen that I've got up. Outside sucks a bunch of crusty dick. Oh, everyday people. Brr. He hates it. Brr. Fine. It's really cold. I'm such a baby, but brr. The wind just like slices through your soul like a bunch of little knives. Savvy. took the dogs out. I can't feel my fingies. Time for the thigh warmer. Blur. Fuck. So cold. What way do you go, bitch? Wait, hear me out. Read this. If I peg the people who run your D&D games, does that count as sliding into your DMs? Sound logic, yeah. I'm not gonna be I don't think I have an argument against it. I'm here for it. I hope you're doing well, Saf. It's seriously like I have been using my dogs as like warmers. It's just the cold is not letting up. It's so goddamn cold. It's just brr, and my hands get so cold. Oh my god, Sheepy would weigh in on this. That's absolutely, honestly, especially because they're so furry right now. They're perfect little warmers because my fingies. They're okay with it. Gloves don't work. I swear my hands get colder in gloves. The only thing that I can wear that like mittens, like giant mittens, so my fingers can still stay together because once they're separate, it's even worse. I know. I don't have hand warmers. My neck is a hand warmer. My neck is everything else like is hot. My thighs, like literally sticking your hands between your thighs is just cheat code for life. It's the warmer God gave us. I'd get very warm. This is facts. I use my cats as hot water bottles. I mean, what else are you gonna do with them? Seriously, and they're so happy to do it. They're so happy to be here for it. Who doesn't feel better with their hand between thighs? Well, it depends on the thighs, I guess. I bet Trump's thighs feel like raw chicken skin, the wet, gooey kind. I wouldn't want that. Your armpits? Yep, this one. Mm-hmm. All the time. Ooh, Vile, that'll be fun though. I used to try to do hand warmers in my gloves when I used to go snowboarding, and I didn't learn until I was way later that I needed mittens. Cause serious, I think it's that Raynaud's shit. Honestly, I don't know. It's nothing that I can do anything about, but it's just like the lack of circulation in my fingers when they're separated by gloves gets so much worse. So I'd put those heat pads. Oh my god, perfect. This is a perfect pre-song for Hell of a Boss. Not that it has anything to do with it, but this is a great song. The heating warmers would make my palms super hot, but I couldn't touch them with my fingers because the fucking gloves. So my fingers would just freeze. It was so stupid. Like, I remember I'd get, like, burns on my palms going up the chairlift and get up there and be like, but I have mittens now because I learned. And then I can slide that heater warmer, like, up into my fingies, keep them toasty. But yeah, I've always had, like, quintessentially just cold hands. When I worked at the hospital, when I washed my hands in the patient's room before I did anything with the patient, I would borderline cook my hands in, like, steaming water just because, I mean, one time I was, like, listening to someone's breath sounds and my hand touched them and they went, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot." It's so cold, it feels hot sometimes, it's like a burn. And, like, of course, I was night shift, so, like, someone doing that to you at 4 AM is not what you want. Have a wonderful shower, mate. I hope I made it a little better. If my hands get cold, I just scream "circulate" into my palms and it works. Oh my god. JK, it doesn't. I have ice with hand syndrome. Same. Do your fingers ever get kinda stiff? Like, when I say that's real, I'm not kidding. Like, I feel like when they get so cold sometimes, I can, like, like, feel the joints crispity crunching as I try to close them. is cold hand people, man. I don't know. I think it's long limbs, maybe. I don't know. I just always have cold hands and cold feet. I don't think the only time my hands sweat is if I'm having ridiculous anxiety for no reason. I don't think I've ever had hot hands in my life. They're always cold. I'm just used to it most of the time. Right now, it's very cold, so I can feel it. Sports Illustrated is dead now. They just laid off their entire team. You know, I think about print media sometimes. Like, I know they're probably online as well, but how does print media survive? Other than books and stuff. Like, I understand books, but no news is always like everything is faster on the internet. Like, what is saving print media? Dude, Pat! Same. Do you boil your hands? I used to boil my hands in the patient room. It was sick. Oh, really big. Yeah, it's like the bendy straw. Yeah. I mean, JJ, that's what I'm saying. Inner thighs. Like thighs. I just cross my legs and put my hands between my thighs and it's great. My thighs are always warm. My hands just can't figure out the game. What would we read in waiting rooms? Do people not have their phones in waiting rooms? When I was around 16, one of my ears froze and the bottom tip. Oh, holy shit, bro. The bottom tip of your ear broke off during a bandy game. The whole ear still feels cold, even inside. And that was like 15 years ago. That is a whole nother level of cold. Wow. Scary. Ugh. No shit. Yeah, I mean, there's probably like zero circulation. I mean, it's your ear, your body's not gonna like prioritize it to the low, but crazy, dude. Crazy. What will we cut up for mood boards? I do a lot of collaging and I just print stuff. I don't know. I print weird stuff like antique medical and like for instance, recently I printed a picture of a before and after lobotomy to remind me of things. I don't know. I'm not gonna find that in any print media today. All right, pause the song, pause the music. We have shit to do. We have a cool thing to watch. I'm excited. I've heard of this before because Gladys talked about it, but other than that, I had no idea what it was. But it's a show called Hell of a Boss, and apparently it's really funny. It's like short 13, 12-minute episodes. And I thought it'd be fun to get high and watch. Maybe we could do what Viata suggested and take a hit every time she pauses, but maybe not because we'll die. How will serial killers send in weird letters to news stations? Scrapbooking. You don't even have to cut like if there's a serial killer out there cutting out letters anymore, they're an idiot. Like you can go get a $10 like book of stickers that is specifically designed to look like those letters and just do it. I mean seriously. I'm very high from the NN one, honestly. Has Been is on Prime. So honestly, I was saying Has Been literally was dropped last night on Prime. We were gonna do it today, and I said just because it's still a weekday, and I know a shit ton of our community lurks and works. I want to do that tomorrow. We're gonna watch that tomorrow because it's Prime. It's on Amazon, which means I can actually do like a Prime watch party on Twitch, and we can watch it together like legitimately. And for those that don't have Prime, don't worry. Allegedly, we'll have a workaround. Allegedly. We'll never I will. But you know what I'm saying. You Shitter was full. Can you hear my wink? It's happening. Ow. Dread, thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving an experience for 15 fucking months. That's a long time, and I appreciate you.
Go forth and be consensual, bitch.
There's blackmail letter online program that does it for you. True. How will that's very good fact. Absolutely. You can get a font on your fucking iPad for it. How will teens cut out pictures of random women men to create the perfect face to pleasure themselves to? I almost said family photo albums, and, like, I just have to let all you know that was my first, like, no. What the fuck, Katie? You know what?
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Feel free to unfollow, unsub, canceled. She obviously needs help. Good God. This went south fast, but I'm.
No! Hail Satan. Y'all need Jesus.
I'm very high, but I don't. I honestly, I would put it to all the true crime I watch. I am being distorted or some. Do we need to tell Sarah? Alabama, Arkansas, I do fuck my mom and pa, not the way that I do fuck poo. Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe I should violently. I actually had to ask for it multiple times, so, arguably consensual. Dude, right? And has been like honestly has been just dropped last night on Prime. We're gonna watch that tomorrow in stream. This is for today. But that's where Addict came from, which is a song I've listened to a fucking way too often on this stream, I'm sure. But I love it. It's a really, really good song, and I'm really excited for that series. But it's so sick that it's fucking like same creators. Makes sense. I have to watch it. Seriously, I think Glut just dropped the. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my desk. Glut just dropped the link for it. So if anybody needs to take off, um, click the link and watch the rest. I mean, they're literally like, I think this is only this. I looked at the playlist last night. This is one of the longest episodes. It's 17 minutes. So we should definitely take a pee break, stretch your legs, stim by filing your nails over and over. Do what you need to do. I've heard Midnight Gospel is amazing. That's actually one I keep meaning to watch, and I just need to write it down and make it on my mental list. I've heard it's incredible. It's just got him. Go piss, girls. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna get that on my soundboard one of these days. I just have to decide what the fuck to get off of my soundboard, and that's a rough one. I won't leave you with your thoughts. It reminds me of Invader Zim, just like a modern version of Invader Zim, which we all loved. Who didn't fucking love Gurr? I think I had a huge like Gurr plushie, but his head was mainly the whole thing. It was like just this giant head, and that was a pillow, and then it had this little body on it. And it was Gurr. And what happened to that? I'll have to ask my sister. I really don't know what happened to it. It just like disappeared. What the fuck? Oh, please, yes. And also, this episode is gonna have a lot of gore, lots of animated gore. If that gets to you on this next episode, break time, BRB. Welcome back, everybody. That song hits so hard. I added it to my spot. No. Okay, what a great. Okay, come on now. Ugh, you taunt me, Spotify. You taunt me. That song is so good, right? That's the new one from the same creators from Has Been. It's gonna be in Has Been. Like it's the new song dropped for Has Been Hotel. So good, right? I know. Yesterday, Glut dropped it in chat immediately, and we listened to it, and I added it to Spotify so fucking fast. I'll let. I can't not play it. I feel it in my toes. Tight crew. Short. And I hate it. Loot the motherfucker. Stop. Stop it. We already heard you today, and I love you so much. We've heard you twice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously, I get addicted to. It's so hard when those playlists play because, like, this, especially when I hit a bunch of good new songs in a row. I'm like, fuck, dude, they're all so good. I'm clearing out some links that I forgot to clear out just so our shit doesn't crash while we're watching this show. This thing is so great. I mean, it's fucking amazing. I can't believe I've never seen this before. The playlist for Hell of a Boss Glut just dropped. If you type exclamation song or exclamation playlist in our chat, both will pull up either my Spotify and or my YouTube. And that's everything. All my musics. I try to fuck the algorithm on it sometimes because it does get a little repetitive on occasion, but like it's pretty dank. It's literally just the accumulation of all the songs that community has brought to chat on Faded Friday for X amount of years. Seriously, I just add music to it constantly. I think playlist is the other one. Song and playlist. Playlist, I think, will pull up the Spotify one. If not, I can just throw it at you, because seriously. That's the YouTube one, too. I'll give you the Spotify one second. I got you, boo. Una momento. I'ma loot that body. I'ma loot that motherfucker. I would just like to share. Where's that button? There it is. Spotify, though. Yeah, literally, the one on YouTube is actually called The Tits. Yes, don't be alarmed. That one is called The Tits. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the Spotify one's called The Stream Playlist. And that's the one where I bank all the Spotify ones I can find for when I'm like walking the dogs and shit and listening to music. But the YouTube one is massive. Oh, 10 minutes till 4:20, by the way. Thank you. Grind thine stashes if you wish to cheers. I was gonna add that to my YouTube, and it's there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seriously, it's massive. I honestly, I try to go through, there's repetitive ones in there. I try to go through and cull it every once in a while. Or ones that I didn't mean to add. Like during the Christmas season, I try to put those all in a different playlist. Because they're good. Like, we didn't listen to Christmas music. We listened to, like, gangster rap put to the tune of Chestnuts Roasting by an Open Fire. Those I saved in a different playlist. I try to go through and clean it up every once in a while, but it's hard for me to let go of music. I'm loading a bowl and then we'll get back in the show. I just don't want to miss any of it. I feel like this is something you have to watch. Like, you know what I mean? It's not something to put on in the background. There's so much visual shit going on in each just each fucking scene. Like Glut was saying, I read the ingredients for whatever the daughter was eating for breakfast. He said he's watched this 3 times. He's never seen that before. There's so much going on. I just don't want to miss it. Okay. It's so hard to reference this, but I know y'all love you love George Carlin as much as I do. Today was the day of the harvest. It was ready. It was ripe. It was done. I had a zit in my ear, for anyone wondering the code. Like, I had a really bad zit in my ear, seriously. Just like, I don't, probably from wearing my earbuds too much because BDO got me new ones and they're super comfortable, but right on the fucking, like, right where the earbud sits. And nothing ever happened. It was just fucking hurt. Like, I could feel it was like deep within the ear skin. You know, one of those where it's like if you smile wrong, you can feel it in your ear. Oh, so bad. But because I couldn't stop like bugging it, basically just one huge like, put it in the skin box level of dead skin came off it today. But I have to, because computers are stupid, if I change my headphones, my computer will forget what headphones are, so I have to like restart the whole PC when I do it. So I'm doing it tonight. Thank fuck. But yeah, I feel like everybody gets one every once in a while, and it's like not even a real zit. Like I don't think I've ever had anything in my ear actually like pop, to be gross about it, It's just like this. It's like if you ever get a zit like on the inner of your septum. I know a lot of you got septum piercings. Oh god, it's got to be similar. Like, oh, it's just like it's because it's like cartilage. It's not normal, squeezy skin, so you can do nothing about it except just not move your face for a while. But yeah, if you also George Carlin has a really hilarious stand-up skit about having a scab on his head and noticing it and like getting really excited about picking it, and then he realizes it's not time. It's not ready. It's not the day of the harvest. And I saw that I don't even know, when did that come out? I saw that when I was so young, and I've never every time I have like a zit or a scab, I'm like, it's not ready. It's not the day of the harvest. They're not fun and they hurt. I didn't know that's why I'm wearing the buds. Oh yeah. I know, because I have like a minor sinus infection right now, so I've had a headache for like 4 days. And I've been wearing these on top of it. But yeah, it was just seriously, and the kicker is it was right next to my piercing. So I have like a hole, or it's this ear. It's this ear. Yeah, I have this guy right here. And it was literally like under where that ring lays, as well as where the earbuds sit. It was like a double fuck you. But all you can do is basically like in the shower, which is misery, like pour water in your hot water, like, ugh. It's literally a torture they use. It's something we do to wake up coma patients, is spray water in your ear. It is not a fun sensation, but what else do you fucking do? Oh, septum. This is your septum. This. Blah, 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 blah. But you ever get a zit there? Oh. Or anywhere, honestly, in your nose, just the worst. There's a focal dealer not too far from me. I may just need to go check them out. They're insane. I mean, you can go look at reviews of them and stuff. I'm not the only person that says that. They're insanely good sounding. Seriously. Be fucking nominal. However, and this is not me hating on Focal by any means, there is no set of cans that are built to be worn consistently for over 4 hours. And that's where I run into trouble, is after 4 hours, I can feel the squeeze, and that's inevitable. Like any good set, where it's like actually giving you a good sound stage, blah, blah, blah on the inside. They're going to be kind of heavy, and they're not meant for it, which I understand. Like, I'm not going to try to be a bitch about it. It sucks, but it's nice to have them for when, you get the occasional ear zit. The fuck? Wasn't zit supposed to stop sometime? Wasn't zit supposed to stop? You know what? We're just going to pretend that was correct English. They're like, oh, it's just puberty. Suck your puberty dick. Been out of that shit for a bit. Oh my god, Dread, how is your nose? These are actually fairly big. I don't have huge ears. I mean, I have a gauge that makes them a little bit bigger, but they're not bad. I mean, every audiophile reviewer in the world that you're going to find on the internet is a boy with big boy ears. And so they review cans accordingly. Spoiler alert, they lied to us. Bad news, kids. I'm 53 and still get zits. I watch my mom pick her face and she's 70. They're, n- they're not lying. I will be on my deathbed like, kids, wanna see something fun? And then I'll die, and that'll be what they all remember me as, a spaghetti nose girl. See, aren't SteelSeries, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't SteelSeries, they're like a headset designed for gaming though, right? I was saying like audiophile headsets. Like, audiophile headphones, whatever you want to say. Things that are designed to like audio recording as opposed to gaming. These are called the Celestes, but the only difference between these and like the kind of pale gold ones they have that are like their main line is that these are like blue and copper. There's no difference in like the hardware as far as I know. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think gaming headsets are just way far more designed towards being worn for an extended period of time. Seriously, the best headset I've ever owned, and the only reason I don't use it anymore is because it's Bluetooth and I can't get it to work with my fucking Go XLR. Was the what is it? The HyperX Clouds 2 or whatever. It was the Bluetooth ones. Holy dick tits, those were great. So lightweight, so comfy on your head. Sounded amazing. But I think that's classified a headset, right? Like as opposed to, I think these are literally specifically for audio recording and shit. I was desperate. I have a wall, corpse wall. Between Zach and I, we have a dummy amount of headsets that we've gone through just trying to find a good set to wear consistently all day long. And he has a problem where he has got a huge noggin, which I think a lot of you identify with. I know a lot of you have told me you have to order special stuff because your skull is just massive. So there's very few headsets. Like he has to, what does he wear? He wears a headset that's meant to listen to music, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh God, I just blanked on it. It's so common. I'm just fucking completely forgetting what they're called. Oh, blanked. Help. It's Bose, Katie. Bose. He wears Bose. Yes, Mishy, he is. He wears Bose, and I couldn't do him because they have that fucking oblong can just past the, like, for me, like, the point of execution where it's gonna push on my jaw and, like, make me all day long. I can't stand those. He's worn these, though, and he says these are really comfortable. So if you have a big head, like, I have them cranked up all the way, but they get big. And all the reviewers, I'm serious. It's a problem for me because I have like not big ears and assigned female at birth. So like my hormones did the female thing and my head's not that big. And they review them for a big head. So you'll be able to listen to those reviewers a little bit more extensively than I had to do a whole lot of trial and error to figure out what the fuck my head was like. I want to finish the episode, definitely. I looked at the time too and I was like, fuck, but we can continue more episodes tomorrow. This show's amazing. I can't believe I missed it. Yeah, the massive domes. One of my brothers also, my oldest brother Nick, every sport where he had to wear a helmet or a hat, he had to special order shit. I swear to God. My parents were going broke just because they'd be like, Zach, Nick doesn't fit in any helmet. Like he'd be like, and it's his skull though. Like he's just thick boy. He's thick boy. Small children get trapped in the orbit of my head's gravity. I don't think I have a huge skull. I think my hair adds the girth. I've always known a headset to be a pair of headphones with at least a mic attached. Or the ability to attach a mic, right? Because I've had some, I think my HyperX is, I don't even know though. Because I've always had a mic. I usually like toss that. I carefully stow away the little mic that comes with, I don't have no idea where any of them are anymore. But, they usually come with one. Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to say. I think I usually just get rid of them because I've always had a mic. Yeah, the HyperXs, man. If you're looking for a decent headset that isn't going to break your bank account and is lightweight and sounds phenomenal, and you want Bluetooth, oh, I could not recommend the HyperXs hard enough. So comfy. I mean, it's like I would forget they were on and just go walk through the house, and you'd hear them disconnect as I'd be up a different floor of the house and be like, "Oh shit." So comfy. So comfy. Okay. Are we ready? I love talking audio stuff. Like I could do this all day. I've literally tried it all. I'm trying to think. I was using those my earbuds in bed the other night, so I think they're in my bedroom. But the ones that BDO got me recently, they're literally IEMs. They're like $20. They come with like 10 different pairs of bud tips, whatever you prefer, and they are hella comfy and they sound real fucking nice. I also have a $600 pair of IEMs that the cord's broken. I just can't afford to replace them, and those are really nice too. But like, damn, you don't need to literally break your fucking wallet to listen to good music. It's pretty phenomenal. Anyways. I has the HyperX Cloud something. I had to rub the pleather off from the cushions when it started to crack. You can usually replace those just the cushion pads. I did it on my Bears a couple times. No shit, I was gonna just replace the headphones because I think I had gotten a bunch of like liquid latex stuck on them from doing like makeup stuff, and I was gonna replace them. And Stream told me to go to Amazon, but Bears Dynamics are. I mean, I don't even know how much are they anymore. I bought mine so many years ago. I don't even know what they cost anymore, but they were fairly expensive. So like the pads were $20, way cheaper. Holy crap. Some of them are super overpriced. I didn't do like the brand name ones. Like I didn't look for Bear ear pads. Like there's so many companies out there that make ones that are just dupes that are identical that are going to work for the purpose you need. I don't know. If you need to, because I couldn't stand that itchy itch. That would drive me fucking crazy. My Arctic 7 sound great for music, but I'm not really what you consider an audiophile. I'm a bass head, though. See, I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile. I just look to the audiophiles because they know the most. I don't know. I don't know a ton. I wouldn't say. Like I'm not a snob about my music. I'm just really excited to listen to it really well. You know? But like I was saying, those $20, they're called Emmy. Emmy is the brand. They sound great. You don't need I don't think you need to have some magical $1,000 headset. That being said, if you got money to burn, these sound like you're at a concert. You put on a good quality song, like not from YouTube or something, like a good recording of a song, close your eyes and lay back with these on. You're there. The magic is crazy, and that's kind of what you're paying for. But these ones were a little bit more expensive, literally just because of the colorway. There's another what would you call it? A model by Focal that's identical drivers and everything on the inside, just not blue and gold or blue and copper. But uh, I like the blue and the pretty is pretty. I like blue. Exactly. That's the thing. I kind of associate that too. Like if someone self-describes an audiophile proudly and then goes off a little bit too knowledgeably, I kind of am like, "Oh, are you just pretentious?" Like I love listening to music really well and I like to talk about audio stuff, but I ain't out here pretending I know the most. Like, "Oh no. Oh no." I'm glad we're on the same level of that cuz I don't I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm only pretty because of the blue. Seriously, you can get them cheaper. These were crazy, but I was in a moment. I mean, if you were here, I was just. It's fine. We're going late to finish this. Don't worry. Real talk. This is why I need y'all. I need people that I can be kind of a little negative cunt around, and they're like, you know what? That's not her base personality. She's having a bad time, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's valuable. Can you imagine if everyone around you was like, you're really bringing me down by telling me about how you're feeling right now, and you just had to holy crap. I think this is how serial killers are made. Don't show no emotion, keep that smile on, show me the real one. Ugh. You need to be able to just fuck, even if you're just bitching about something stupid that doesn't matter. You're allowed to bitch. Like, we need to be able to do that. I think it's very valuable. Like, that's exactly how they're made. I mean, seriously, no shit. I'm grinding up weed right now, and I want to watch this, so I'm gonna keep it there for a second. I agree with you 100%, and the reason I agree with you is, I mean, seriously, I know nothing, but I listen. You guys know, I listen to hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like, and I'm not exaggerating, hours upon hours of true crime, constantly, constantly, and there are very few things that are like, you know, 99.9% repeating commonalities or common traits amongst really horrific killers and serial killers. And one of the traits that I think really applies is the overbearing, controlling nature of a parental figure. Not necessarily both, but definitely one. It's wild. And a lot of it is like, this is you. Don't let anyone know what's happening. And if you do, I'm going to homeschool you and lock you in the ground. It's, I mean, wild. I'm sure everybody, I don't even want to go there, but everybody's talking about fucking Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her shit. If you didn't know about that shit, you obviously are not a part of the true crime community. That shit went down so long ago, but it's still insane and wild and super horrible. My poor voice. Head injury, abusive parents. Yep, head injury, abusive parents, religion. And that's not coming from a biased point. That is just a general statistic. And I hate to say it, but like, wow, Mormonism. The amount of husbands that go out and murder their wives in Mormonism is insane. Like, holy crap. What the tid. Also abusing animals. But I actually learned this really recently. This is really tough weed, sorry. I learned this recently. So I know all of us have heard, like, you know, the if they abuse animals or torture animals when they're kids, they're likely to be a serial killer or whatever. It's actually much more specific. This is something that came out of like Psychology Today or whatever. It's a correlation between, it's so gross. It's a correlation between harming and torturing cats, very specifically, because cats sound like women. Fuck. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a cat, but if you even touched one of my friends' cats, I'm gonna come over and have a talk with you. And maybe treat one of your fingers like the weed in my grinder. Blech. It's so, man, the psychology of it. And it's crazy how many, it's so sad because it's definitely, I know it's such a trigger word, not a trigger word, but it's like a hot button word these days, generational trauma. People love to throw around like, you're triggering me. That's trauma. If you knew what trauma was, bitch, you wouldn't be throwing it around. But it is a generational thing because a lot of the times, like, this stuff is known about and the parents are so ashamed of the child's behavior that the parents don't seek help for said child. They just start to isolate said child and make the situation worse. And it's just like repeated over and over and over. And 9 times out of 10, it's religious. It's just like, religions should feel bad. I'm not anti you being spiritual, but like, religions should feel bad that people in their groups feel so full of shame that they won't tell the cops maybe their kid's out there killing dogs or whatever. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, get that kid some goddamn help. They have a chance when they're young. Christ. I'm saying one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that strong. So I was thinking like cleave one. I don't know what to do. I'm not that, like, I got bird arms. Yeah, don't fuck with animals. It's so sick. Like, I would just, nah, bitch. Cheers to all y'all who have empathy in your souls. I appreciate you. I can't quote any sources, but it might be yes. But I've heard that America has an abnormally high percentage of violent psychopaths. Like, the level of psychopathy aren't higher, but something is causing a lot more of them to go off the deep. I wonder if that's like taking into account the landmass and amount of people or not? Probably. You know, a lot of people, it's hard because, like, if you look at a lot of, like, European countries, some of them are literally smaller than just a United States state. And so when you compare those numbers, like, we're gonna have more of everything than literally anybody, almost, because we're fucking huge and breed too much. Thank you for breeding responsibly. I don't know. I don't know. I literally don't know. I think about this kind of thing all the time. Like, is it a case of we have more psychopathy today or anti-personal disorder, what is it? Antisocial personality disorder is what they like to call, like, sociopathy anymore. Or is it that mental health is a lot more talked about and becoming less taboo, therefore people are, like, more aware of it? But also, I've talked to a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists in my day, and not one of them have ever in their life met someone nor diagnosed anyone with psychopathy or otherwise. So I don't know where these numbers are, like, coming from, or if it's people self-diagnosing or just, like, looking at someone and being like, "What a psychopath." Like, I don't where is the like, maybe neurodivergence, maybe, like, in general, if that's maybe what the non-neurospicy are calling us these days, psychopaths. I don't know. I hope not. We're not all psychopaths. Dude, is it it's per capita and, per 100,000 typically, but the US does skew ahead of most. I was just curious. Honestly, I would assume, like, any good report wouldn't publish numbers unless they took that into account. So I always assume it. But, honestly, I don't like, it's X Night, thank you for resetting the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it its swings. I think about it because also on top of that, like, where the fuck are all these people that are getting this diagnosis getting health insurance that covers psychology? I've worked at many hospitals, not one hospital covered healthcare at all, unless you could prove literally you had to come in with paperwork saying, like, your child or mom died. It's fucked up. I laugh because it's uncomfortable. But where are they getting the insurance to go see all these psychologists? And, like, theoretically, if you're a psychopath, would you go see a psychologist, or do you know you're crazy? I don't know. I'm actually crazy, so my thought processes go way too deep. Diagnosed, certified, medicated. Let's fucking go. Right, I just wonder how they get these numbers. Is it self-professed psychopathy? Like, and then there's, I don't know. I just don't know. I wonder. Because I mean, in most places in the world, including the US, it takes, I mean, I'm sure you know this too, like, getting a diagnosis for literally anything, even if you're bleeding out your eyes, they have a hard time saying, "Oh my god, it appears you might be bleeding out your eyes," and you're like, "Uh-huh." It's just a fucking nightmare all over. It's so stupid. Alright, let's finish this shit. Before we forget, we can continue this at any time. I'm losing daylight as we speak and have to walk thine pooches. But goddamn, is this great. What did we get through to? We watched through to episode 4 today, so if you guys grabbed that playlist from Glut and you'd like to carry on, please feel free. Enjoy. I feel like this is a show. I mean, I don't have to say that. This is a show via Glut that you can watch 3 times and never notice something. It's not even a hidden object. So, I feel like it's one of those things you could watch over and over and over again and still see a lot. Yeah, episode is 5. 5 is up next, so I'll keep a note of that. Oh my god, Vex, you're the culprit. Bro. I started shaking when you said that. We watched it. And I didn't even... How often am I so flabberfucked that I don't even pause once? Because I didn't. I had to play it a full second time just so I could remember to jump in and be like, oh, this part. What the fuck, though? Just hot, funky sex magic. Like, we were all pregante after watching. Immediately. It was joint. I mean, I think it's twins, actually, at this point, because we watched it twice in a row. Dude, what the thank you. Seriously, I didn't know because I had so many links up. I was like, who gave me this? No one claimed it. I was like, I just want to say thank you. BDO, of course you did. You motherfucker. Dude, right? You know what? That'd be a good note to leave on. I'm going to play. Oh shit. She's got a problem. I've still got it up, so we can play that while I find someone cool to host. Now we have to find, like, right, who's going to take child support for this many kids? Like, what do we do? Find a bridge? Shut up. No. I'm tired, okay? My brain has been absolute filth today. Like, just pure, unadulterated filth. Oh my god, we could do our island. We have to find someone to vaccinate them. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that no-vax life. Oh, is Jade playing Pal World? That's perfect. Then we can go watch it. I wonder if she'll harvest somebody. Do you harvest somebody you love? No, Katie.